And
Okay, so um, here is my my composition that I've done for this class. Um, and it's the emphasis. So right off the bat, what's being emphasized?
The scorpion,
How do I know that it's emphasized?
because it's bigger than the clouds, essentially. That's what I think.
And the
Yeah,
like in the
and
desert.
it's where it's
It's bigger
placed.
than the dude as well.
Yeah. So where's my hidden object? And what is it?
Is it the squiggly line sand?
The snake,
It's
right?
the snake.
Yes, right here. So it's hidden. It's kind of like the same shape as the ripples in the sand dune. All right, so those are the elements that I need to have. Plus I need to have my foreground, my middle ground, and my background. All right. And then where I place my emphasized element, it should be somewhere in the background to the middle ground. All right. So if I go through and show you what I did. So this is my foreground, and I added a layer mask. I just go to layer, layer mask, and I go to reveal all. And when I go into reveal all, it's a black foreground here. So when I go to use my brush, make it a little larger here. If I go and use my brush, it's going to take away part of my layer. So if I reverse it, it's going to bring back my layer. All right. So this is what my whole layer looked like at first. And then I went and added a layer mask and just got rid of that background. So the next part that I did was this, my lake. And if I disable this, you can see that this is the whole picture, right? But I'm masking out all the rest of it, right? So these are the first two layers that I have. I did a color correction on my water so it would match more of the clouds, and that is right here. We've gone through that, through the curves. And then I did another color correction, which is down here. So if I double click on that, it's in here that I did it. Then I created my sky. And then in between that, I have my my sand dunes in the background. Then I created my scorpion. I just masked it out. Here's the layer mask. Again, it's layer, layer mask, reveal all, and then I just go in and brush it. So that's what the whole thing looked like at the beginning. I added a color correction on there so I could match the color of the sand. So it kind of has this reflective quality. And then I did a grounding. I just did some painting underneath it. And then I did a little more to ground the image. And then my snake, I did the same thing with the layer mask. And then I added a couple of correction curves. And this is just, I will be right back. So that's basically how you put it together. You do not rely on one image for your foreground, middle ground, and your background. All right, you have to create that yourself. And you do that by creating a montage of images. Okay. Any questions? So if I wanted to make a reflection of the scorpion on the lake, what I could do is I could copy this layer, which is Command J. Then I can move them down. And then I'm going to go to Edit, transform and I want to flip it vertical. Whoops, here. And then I could use a blend mode. And as I go through these, you can kind of see what it will do and what it will look like. So I'm thinking I like this one right here. And then I would go in again and get a filter and do a blur. Probably give it a Gaussian blur. Kind of like that. Click OK. And then I would need to get rid of all of this up here because I just want it on the water. So I would go into my layer mask again, get my brush. Oops. Switch that. And just kind of get rid of that over there. And then I could go around and play again with my blend modes again, just to kind of see what's going on. So I liked the soft light. Does that help?
Yeah, thanks.
I can also drop down the opacity as well.